What's going on, guys? We are finally back on the channel for a training vlog, except this vlog is going to be a little bit different from my past videos because in this one we are marathon training. That's right, we're taking a little bit of a detour from bodybuilding this year. I'll get into how that all came about as I'm driving to the spot later this morning, but right now I got to get down breakfast because we got to get up and out. We got an 18-mile long run that we got to get in before we have work later this morning at 10. So I got to get my ass moving. I took a little bit extra time this morning, got up a little bit earlier because I knew I'd be messing around with the camera. I am not good at it. I have no idea how to use this thing. So that being said, I just have some coffee, Greek yogurt, and some rice cakes with banana on top. Not really different from my normal pre-workout meal. Made sure to carb load the night before. That way I didn't have to cram in a ton of food this morning and, got all gassy and indigestion during the run. But I'm gonna get this down and then we'll get moving throughout the morning, get up and out of here, and then I'll talk to you guys about how this all came about later. All right, just took down breakfast. I got all my gear for the day laid out here. Running belt that I'll keep my intra-workout carbs in. I ordered gels earlier this week hoping they'd be here for today, but they're going to be here tomorrow or Friday, but no biggie. We're using Lifesaver gummies for that. So I got about 4 servings in there. Also got some carbs in these liquid IVs, which I got in my carrying bottle here, which 1 packet in there, and then I keep a bigger shaker cup that I'll just keep refilling into this bottle as I run out. I got 2 packets in here. So in total for intra-workout fuel, I got about 125 grams of carbs, 1,500 milligrams of sodium. That bottle over there that I already chugged this morning, that also had a packet in there. Plus I salted the rice cakes. So between breakfast, intra-workout, we're taking down about 2.5 grams of salt. It's not supposed to be incredibly hot today, so hopefully I don't sweat it all out and end up crashing towards the end, but that's what happened the last couple times. It's been hot as hell this summer. And then I just got stuff for later, work clothes, breakfast, oatmeal and protein powder, already weighed out and ready to go. That way once I get back, I'm not wasting a ton of time getting stuff gathered around, because these mornings, trying to get the mileage in, I usually push it to the last minute, so I really want to make sure I get home at a good time so that way I can get to work and not be rushed. And then running clothes already laid out as well. But we'll take out Callie here so she can do her morning business before I get out to do my morning business. All right, we are on our way to the spot. We got about a 10-minute drive to downtown Harrisburg. They got a really nice flat course that I've been really taking advantage of during these long runs. Like I said, it's been really hot, so whatever I can do to make it just a little bit easier, keeping it nice and flat, avoiding the hills, has been helping out a lot. The last two runs I actually ended up overheating towards the end. But let's talk about how this all started. So what is it? Almost end of July now. So back in March, a couple hometown friends were home out of the blue. They hit up my fiance and I, asking if we wanted to get a little run in downtown. So a little bit out of the ordinary, but it was, people I haven't seen in a while. So just wanted to go have a good time, and it ended up being a really good time. So we did, I think, 4 miles, and by the end of it, we finished up. I didn't feel like shit, because coming out of this bodybuilding prep, my body kind of found homeostasis around 185 pounds. Normally off season, 210 to 215. You can imagine running feels a lot harder at that body weight than 185 pounds. So we finished the run, didn't feel totally trashed from it. It was a great morning. We did it at sunrise, so it just felt really good to get outside, see the sunrise. I work inside all day, and if I'm not working, I'm at the gym or inside doing work, so I was almost never outside. I really got hit with, I didn't believe in the runner's high before that, but 100,000% believe in it afterwards. So, and we did it again the next week. So I think we did 7 that next week. So then it started to become a progression thing. And I'm somebody who is addicted to progress, hence the name of my fitness brand and online coaching business, Path to Progress. That's kind of how that came about. But so we did 7 the next week. I'm like, oh my God, that's almost 10 miles. So I got 10 miles, I think it was 2 weeks after that, 10 miles. Then it was, oh my God, like half marathon's the next milestone. So then it just became this thing that I looked forward to every weekend, because we would only go out on Saturdays. I would look so forward to it throughout the week. And then once it hit half marathon, it was, holy shit, I think I can run a marathon later this year. And, you know, I really wanted to see where I could take it. My fiance, she was into distance running way before. She did the Pittsburgh Marathon a year and a half, so I got to experience a marathon weekend actually. It was a great time, so I already have somewhat of an idea of what it'd be like, and it's definitely something that I'd like to try myself and see how it goes. So I think 2 months ago, we signed up, her and I, for the Philadelphia Marathon, which is towards the end of November. And there's another layer to that, because that's the same day as the Steelers-Eagles football game, which is a 4 o'clock game. We had already had tickets for that, so it's going to be a hell of a day. I hate how fast time goes by, but this is one of those times where November cannot come soon enough, because that is a day I'm very looking forward to. So that's kind of how that all came about. Now, I haven't cut out bodybuilding completely, so this is more of a detour right now. Oh shit, road bump. This is more of a detour, I would consider it. So, still bodybuilding to whatever capacity my time allows me. I've been getting in 3 to 4 sessions throughout the week. Obviously, I've had to lower my volume and condense sessions a little bit, so I'm doing more either upper, lower, or total body sessions wherever I can get them in. I've had to get creative with my schedule. I've been using my lunch breaks to get in sessions. One thing about bodybuilding and hypertrophy training, it's very forgiving. So you don't need a lot of time to get the adaptation that you're looking for, as long as you bring effort and proper execution, intensity. So I've been using things like supersets also to get that volume in, but you don't need nearly as much volume of work to maintain muscle mass as it does to build it. Studies show, as long as you're in normal circumstances, like you're not in a calorie deficit or elderly or anything, like 2/7 the amount of volume to maintain muscle mass than it took to build it. So that being said, it's at the very least, by the end of this marathon prep, I will have at least hopefully maintained all of my muscle mass that I had going into it, maybe losing a little bit off the legs. I haven't noticed really a dip in strength as far as my lower body training goes, even running 50 plus miles a week for the past month. So hopefully that still maintains. I'm able to keep that up, but I know as my mileage increases throughout these next few months, I'm going to have to bring down the volume of training. But that's been the thing, like, bodybuilders are petrified of just normal basic cardio. Even in the midst of all this, it's really just time dependent, whether or not I can get the sessions in. That's the thing that's going to help maintain the muscle mass. It's not cardio directly killing your gains. No, it's just if you're training on one extreme end of the spectrum, you're just not going to have the time allocation, especially, if you're a civilian and work full time and you have kids, second jobs, whatever it is. You only have so much time and bandwidth to give towards a certain thing. So, been making it my own, to say the least. But I am almost at the spot. I'll get parked, and then we'll go over the workout for today. All right, just getting into the first mile here. Filming on my iPhone now. No way in hell am I carrying my phone and the camera, but we'll make this work. So
Feeling pretty good to start the run today. Legs pretty fresh, but full workout for today. 18 total miles. First 6 miles, relaxed and conversational, just like how it is right now. Should be able to speak full sentences for the most part. After those 6 miles, we're gonna do 4 miles at marathon pace, which for me has been changing pretty rapidly. Marathon pace for me has been around 7:45 to 8 minute pace. Strava has me estimated somewhere around a 3 hour, 40 minute marathon. To that I say challenge accepted. So I'm gonna try and shoot at the best case for a sub 3:30 marathon. Lofty goal, especially for a beginner, but I like to say aim high, miss high. If I make that my top goal, I'm more likely to hit everything under it. If I stay 100% realistic and it's like, it looks like I'm a 3:45 marathoner, I'll make that my A goal, I'm less likely to hit that goal. Whereas if 3:30 is my goal, I'm much more likely to, at the very worst, hit 3:45. So that's my thought process and motivation there. So 6 miles relaxed, 4 miles at marathon pace. Gonna do a 1 mile float where I dial things down for a mile, and then we pick it back up for another 4 miles of marathon pace. And if things feel pretty good, then I'll finish it up with a tempo for those last 1 or 2 miles up closer to like 7:15 to 7:25. So, and then follow that up with a 2 mile cool down. So that's the plan going into today's run. Let's see how well we can execute it. All right, just wrapped up the first 6 mile warm up. About to get into the first set of the workout here. We got 4 miles of a pace pickup, followed by 1 mile float, and then another 4 miles of a pace pickup. So let's let it rip here. All right, just taking a quick pit stop at the car here. Finished up that first set, 4 miles at pace pickup. Went through the water bottle, so just stopping now, filling it up, loading up for the second round. Also gonna take some of those lifesavers. I already took about 10 of them earlier before I hit that first set. Gonna hit 1 mile about an 8:30 pace, right around there. Let things chill out, and then finish this run strong. So if I'm feeling good by the last 2 miles of this run, I'll pick it up to more of a tempo pace, like a 7:15, 7:25. I got up to about a high 7:30 pace towards the end of that first set. So feeling really good today. Coming off a week-long vacation, the longest run I did was 10 miles. So this is the first time in a while I'm running on fresh legs, and I can definitely feel it. So I'm gonna really take advantage of it today. Just over halfway done with the whole workout, so finish strong here. Just finished up the mile float. That means we're getting into the last set of the workout here. 4 miles with a pace pickup. Let's rip it, see where we can take it. Just past mile 13, which means we're over halfway through the second set of the workout. This is where we turn off the podcast and dive into the running playlist. Start hitting some metal miles.
let's go home.
Today is a very bittersweet day because although these bad boys got me my first 18-mile run under my belt today, they're now over 420 miles, so they're pretty beaten in at this point, although still holding up pretty well for 420 miles, so that's a good testament to the Brooks Glycerin, the newest Glycerin. But I got the Glycerin Max 2s on the way, which I tested out a couple days ago. Really like the fit of those, I could not feel the ground at all wearing them, so they're gonna be really helpful saving my legs through this marathon prep. And I've been using my New Balance Rebels for my faster days, so really any tempo work I've been doing under 10 miles, so I'll probably replace these about halfway through marathon prep with whatever faster shoe I'm going to be racing in. I don't know what that's going to be yet. I haven't looked too much into that, but more so looking into the daily trainer side of things. So we got to get up to the old apartment, get Callie back out for a longer walk, make sure she goes to the bathroom before I leave for work today, and then we'll wrap up the vlog from there. Oh my god, I got too much shit. Oh, damn it. Puppy! Ready to go out? Ready to go for a walk? Ready to go for a walk? Let Daddy put his stuff down. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go potty. Alright guys, just showered up. Got our post-workout breakfast ready. Gotta hurry up, get this down, get to work. But we are gonna summarize the run, wrap up the vlog. But we got 80 grams of oatmeal and a scoop and a half of whey protein with some mixed berries thrown in there. We got a whole sleeve of rice cakes and 2 Greek yogurts. So lots of carbs, lots of protein, fast recovery. All right, well, going over the run here, total of 18.07 miles, average pace 8 minutes and 11 minutes. Total time moving 2 hours 28 minutes, and you can add give or take 10 minutes on top of that for setting up camera angles, bathroom breaks, water fill-ups, things like that. Average heart rate 144 beats per minute. Going down to the splits, I'll throw the splits up on the screen here. After that 6-mile warm-up at around building up to a steady pace, then getting into that more so pace pickup closer to marathon pace effort, whatever that is for me right now. So fastest split looks like that we got up to across the 2 working sets of 4 miles, so 8 total miles for the workout. Fastest pace we got up to was 7:27, and that was the last mile, so with a strong finish towards the end there. And I did my math wrong, so I realized this towards the end of the first set. I said I need to do a 1 mile float in between the 2 workouts, but I did the math towards the end. I was like, oh crap, that only gets me to 17 miles. So that must have been a 2 mile float in there that I was supposed to do. So ended up wrapping up with 3 miles around steady after we finished the second set of 4 miles at marathon pace. So finished up with just over 18 total miles on the workout. Like I said before, first time doing that consecutively. So I've had 18-mile days before, just not all in one long run. So that was a good feeling. But I'm gonna be wrapping up the vlog here because I gotta get this breakfast down and get my ass over to the clinic by 10 a.m. and it is approaching 9:30. So I might be eating this in the car on the way. Gotta do what you gotta do, whatever. But thank you for watching up to this point if you have. I'm very excited to share this running journey, however long it lasts, wherever it goes, on the channel here with you guys. It's been very refreshing. It's been a good change of pace, no pun intended. It's just been very good. It feels good to be a beginner again, be so naive to everything, you know, learning and trying to be a sponge and soak up as much information as I can. Even if it's the most basic thing to somebody who's been running for a while, it's fascinating to me. And after being, you know, still in bodybuilding, okay, after being so engulfed in bodybuilding for the last decade and with competitive bodybuilding for the last 5 years or so, you know, the more advanced and extreme your goals get, chasing pro cards, trying to qualify for national stages, the more extreme your goals get, the more sacrifice and the more
I don't want to say takes away from your quality of life, but in some ways it does. You have to make more sacrifices the more extreme your goals are. So getting into running, something I'm such a beginner at, I don't have to optimize my life in order to see progress. That's been a very freeing feeling. So that's something that I have loved and really enjoyed getting into this so far. So I gotta get going. Thank you for watching up to this point, and I really look forward to sharing the rest of my journey with you. Follow me on Instagram, check out my YouTube shorts. I post a bunch of mini vlogs on there related to running, lifting, training, fitness information, things like that. So if you're interested, and I'll also plug my Strava so you can follow along with my journey on there. So I'll see you in the next one. Look forward to bringing it to you guys.